Hello Bloomington, I'm Mayor Tim Bussey, and this is the Council Minute for the week of September 15th. On Monday night, the City Council provided additional direction to community development staff on an ordinance related to zoning requirements for remote airport parking facilities. Remote airport parking, which is off-site parking for air travelers who park and then take a shuttle to the airport, was historically permitted only on a temporary basis in the South Loop, which 30 years ago was known as the Airport South District. The temporary use status was intended as an interim way of holding the land for future development. After a year-long moratorium on adding any new airport parking, and after conducting a land use study, staff recommended changes that would move off-site parking beyond the temporary use status. The first was to make new facilities in existing parking structures with excess parking supply a conditional use in 2 zoning districts. The second was to make hotel airport parking a permitted accessory use. And the third was to make existing airport parking facilities a conditional use subject to standards requiring provisions for future development. The council supported hotel airport parking and facilities within existing parking structures with excess supply, but asked for revisions related to the third proposed change, specifically around zoning requirements that would apply to the 2 existing facilities operating near 34th Avenue South and American Boulevard East. This ordinance will return to the council on September 29th for final adoption. The purpose of this deep-in-the-weeds policy conversation is to strike a balance, to accommodate the demand for this type of parking service while still working to advance the city's development goals. This issue is a tough one, as Bloomington has historically benefited from proximity to the airport, but still wants to develop the South Loop District as an urban, pedestrian-friendly, mixed-use neighborhood. This policy discussion has been evolving over many years, and additional work and engagement with stakeholders is needed to reach a resolution that everyone can live with. In addition to our Monday meeting, the Council and the Bloomington Port Authority met in a concurrent meeting on Tuesday night to talk about the Mall of America Water Park project. Our conversation on Tuesday included new private financing term sheets, building on the public financing terms in the term sheet approved by the Council and the Port back in April of 2024. Since then, 555, the owners of Mall of America, has executed private financing term sheets, and staff, alongside our consultants, have been working to finalize the redevelopment agreement. The Council and Port will have a second concurrent meeting on September 30th, and at that time, we'll be asked to amend the TIF spending plan that aligns with the recent legislative extension through 2027. That meeting may also include an approval of the development agreement contingent on conversations between the city, 555, and their lenders. As you certainly know, this project has been in discussion for decades, going back to the original mall concepts in the 1980s. After years of planning and changes to the financing models, including a significant shift in 2021 that allowed TIF funds to support private development, we're now approaching a key decision point. We've said all along that this project isn't just about adding a water park. It's about creating a lasting economic engine and destination that benefits Bloomington residents, supports city services, and strengthens the long-term vitality of the South Loop. The project would generate new revenue through an admissions tax, liquor and lodging taxes, and new property taxes, each of which supports our general fund and the South Loop Development Fund. How much? Well, the estimates for year 1 are about $1.1 million in admissions tax, $329,000 in lodging taxes, and $450,000 in new city property taxes. And the way the term sheet is written, the water park is expected to generate around $40 million in captured revenue for future TIF-eligible projects. Plus, after debt is paid, a portion of the water park profits, estimated at around $60 million, would be reinvested into the surrounding area. Like any project, there are risks involved. But let me stress, as I do every time we talk about this project, there is no risk to Bloomington General Fund dollars or to Bloomington taxpayers. The biggest financial risk is if the project doesn't generate enough revenue to cover its debt and the business fails. In that case, the responsibility would fall on the developer and the lenders, not on the city or the port. If that happened, the property would likely remain a water park, but ownership could change, and some of the financial benefits to the city, like captured cash flow, could be lost. There's also reputational risk for the city and the port. Even though we are not the owners, the borrowers, or the debt issuers, we are parties to the agreements and contributing public funds, so the perception of our involvement does matter. And if construction doesn't proceed, some or all of the early stage funding advanced by the city may not be reimbursable from TIF funds and would need to come from another source. In short, while the city and the port are protected from direct financial liability, we will certainly weigh these risks carefully as we consider next steps. And speaking of next steps, the Council and Port will meet again in concurrent session on September 30th to amend our public financing plan, our spending plan, for the project to align with the extension the legislature granted for this project. With private financing secured and a redevelopment agreement nearly finalized, we're in a strong position to take the next steps toward making this long-anticipated indoor water park a reality. Finally today, September 21st is designated as the International Day of Peace, a day devoted to strengthening the ideals of peace both within and among all nations and peoples. The Bloomington City Council officially proclaimed September 21st, 2025 as International Day of Peace in Bloomington. This year's theme, set by the United Nations, is Act Now for a Peaceful World. It's a call to action that recognizes individual and collective responsibility to foster peace through social, economic, and environmental justice. The proclamation affirms Bloomington's commitment to equity, inclusion, and nonviolence, values that are critical to creating a peaceful and just society. It also encourages residents to participate in activities that promote understanding, respect, and reconciliation, whether through education, community events, or personal actions that bring people together. Let's all take a moment on September 21st to reflect on the importance of peace and to commit ourselves to building stronger, more connected communities. That's it for this week's Council Minute. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, stay safe, Bloomington.